Yesterday, we got our second proper trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and it heavily focused on just Yoshi. We got some more characters and set pieces shown off we haven't seen before, but Yoshi was the main reason for that direct to happen at all. I'll give my thoughts on what I thought of the direct and the trailer in a bit, as that's the main discussion for this video. There was a decent bit to talk about, but I will say, just ripping the band-aid off really quick, if there's one criticism people are quick to sharing so far, it's how people are afraid or expect this movie to be less of a Mario Galaxy movie than anything else. Most of the marketing covering Yoshi, Mario World elements, Odyssey elements, Tostarena, Mario Kart with Mario and Luigi driving in the desert, even a bit of Sunshine elements with Bowser Jr. and the casino resembling Casino Delfino, etc. And there isn't that much Galaxy. This new trailer basically had almost zero Galaxy elements on top as well. The Super Mario Galaxy movie potentially being this giant false advertising scam, more or less, not delivering what's one of the most cherished and beloved Mario games of all time. And if you didn't like the trailer, the overall marketing and other stuff, like, that's fine. I don't really care if you like it or hate it, these movies, etc. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I genuinely think a lot of those fears and worries of the Mario Galaxy movie not being a Mario Galaxy movie are pretty pointless nothing burgers. I don't think there's any reason at all to doubt this film won't mainly focus on Galaxy, even with everything we can gather thus far. The definition of the word I'm about to use usually applies to much more serious matters in the world, finance, politics, etc. Real scummy manipulation and all that, but I genuinely think it's basically obtuse fear-mongering over nothing. Don't get me wrong, I get the fear, I get the hesitation and all. We have a myriad of non-Galaxy elements and all in this Galaxy movie already, and I'm a big-ass glazer of these Mario movies as I am with the Mario games. So I don't blame people who just write this off as me being dumb or ignorant or whatever either, but I have mainly two reasons for why I think this entire debate and worry is pretty pointless. Because most of the fear is derived mainly from the marketing we have thus far, and I get the desire of wanting a game as prestigious as Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 to get proper due and respect in a theatrical movie. Believe me, Galaxy 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games of all time, so I do get it. But I low-key kind of find it odd after we just had a Super Mario Bros. Movie that focused on a hefty portion of non-Super Mario Bros. Material, the fact Mario and Luigi's chemistry, the Mario Brothers, loses its spotlight 15 minutes into the film. There were major Mario Kart elements, Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country elements, etc. And that's all fine, but when the Galaxy movie's seemingly doing the same thing and we only have, 5 minutes of the total movie so far worth of trailers and sneak peeks, when it does similar broad Mario coverage, it's a problem and it's not a Galaxy movie, you know what I mean? Even when the bulk of the Super Mario Bros. Movie was still the Super Mario Bros. Parts, they're obviously hiding a lot more stuff that's probably harder to deduce and break down the context for beyond knowing first act stuff. Hence Tostarena and Mario and Luigi's adventure with Yoshi before the Star Festival. That, and B, the main reason I'm confident they know what they're doing, and this being a fruitless debate, it's not even just the fact the movie's not even out yet, it's mainly the fact the way they're marketing the Galaxy movie is hardly any different from the Mario Brothers movie. People say, oh, but like Super Mario Brothers, the Mario Brothers movie, it's supposed to be broad. They can get away with widening the pool of Mario games to pull from for the movie's runtime, plot, setting, etc. But if they did that for one Mario movie, they were going to do that for all future ones. The Mario Brothers movie was never going to be the exception just from its title alone. That, and looking back at the first film's marketing, vast majority of the stuff they showed back then was stuff that happens very early on in the movie, for the most part. Mario platforming in the obstacle course, the montage of Mario and Peach going through landmarks from the games, Mario entering the Mushroom Kingdom, meeting Toad, Bowser raiding Snowland. Like, the bulk of the first film's marketing was largely stuff in the first 20 to 30 minutes of the film, with almost everything else they showed off being stuff that happens deadass in the middle of the movie. Mario fighting Donkey Kong, and the Mario Kart stuff. Minus Tanuki Mario, they did a pretty good job hiding everything involving the climax and the third act of the movie. And with this Galaxy movie, not trying to sound snarky or boast this cringe-ass ego like a Reddit mod, but it's so easy to assume the same thing's happening here. With the vast majority of the Galaxy movie's marketing we have already, it's so safe to assume almost all stuff in these trailers thus far happens within the first 20-ish minutes of the movie. Mario and Luigi in this trailer, they get a call from Tostarenans about pipe problems. we see in the pyramid it's Yoshi stuck in the pipes with some rubble. Once again, Tostarena very likely being the starting centerpiece for the movie before the main act. The main thing about Yoshi being here probably has something to do with how Yoshi was underground Brooklyn in the post-credits scene for the first film. Maybe pipes have been surfacing up, or probably Yoshi hatched, stumbled, and fell into the pipe Mario and Luigi went into in the first film, somehow wound up in Tostarena. Mario and Luigi first meet and get buddy-buddy with Yoshi, and we see Toad is introduced to him in a cute scene that the meetup location looks an awful lot like the Star Festival. Mario and Luigi talking with Bowser, likely taking place before they venture to Tostarena, if not after. We get another clip too of Yoshi eating a chain chomp. The good guys are all by the spaceport, stairways leading to multiple rockets, one having Luma design, very likely how everyone else gets to space. All of that's on top of the fact we saw Peach and Toad fly off in a launch star into space last trailer, Rosalina having a major spotlight at the end of it. Reading a story to the Lumas about Peach, I'm assuming her reading to the Lumas is within the first frames of the film too. Her fighting Mega Leg, Peach fighting in the casino is also likely to be in space, just looking at the room's geometry and enemies as well. Like, we already have a good bit of Galaxy stuff, and I think people are jumping the gun so fast despite of that. They went and called this trailer the Yoshi first look trailer, you know, highlighting Yoshi, right? And people are still upset they didn't show Galaxy stuff when it was supposed to be a first look at Yoshi in the movie. Just like trailers and the marketing for this movie, right? We started things with a long segment of Bowser, Mario and Luigi shooting the shit, and then Galaxy stuff, then Tostarena, then Bowser Jr., etc. And Yoshi was confirmed long before this trailer, so plenty of people were saying, oh, this isn't a Mario Galaxy movie, this is a Mario World movie, this is a Mario Odyssey movie, Mario Sunshine movie. Now with Tostarena getting spotlight in this recent trailer, good number of those same people are preaching it's an Odyssey movie, all of which ignoring the obvious. Yoshi would need some introduction to the movieverse akin to his debut in Super Mario World like most of these other characters got, but he was a major character and mechanic in Galaxy 2, Bowser Jr. being the second most important villain in both Galaxy games, Mario and Luigi's fight against Bowser Jr. taking place in Peach's castle as it's lifted up into space. Like, I really do think that specific worry is pretty disingenuous and obtuse with everything I've said. They're probably just trying not to blow their load early, like how they largely didn't with the first film, or just as a comparison, how all three Sonic films managed to not blow their loads early either. And personally speaking, like, I much prefer this. No, this trailer doesn't really introduce anything new, groundbreaking, or major. It really was just answering all the questions and doubts people had with Yoshi being in this movie and a major character. But not every trailer for any type of media or product has to always pump out some major big new thing that basically spoils something major for the movie, similar to video games too, but they're a little more nuanced than that, but you also get my point. This trailer, I think, was like just the right amount of material. We got a lot of Yoshi, we got some more power-ups, settings, action, and surprise characters, and it alleviates a lot of Yoshi fans in general because they are doing him and other elements justice. The only real caution or issue I think people reasonably should have is whether or not we get a longer runtime to flesh out the writing, the characters, the story, etc. It looks like this film's gonna have a lot of stuff to do already, so if they do manage to increase the runtime for the Galaxy movie, it gives the team an opportunity to flesh out Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Toad, Peach, Rosalina, etc., with so many characters already being major players in this film. If not, the fear for the story and writing and such taking a backseat again is very valid. I love the first film, but the critiques with the fast pacing and surface level character depth, story and such, they are normal to have, given it is a movie, and improving stuff like that would just be a net positive all around. I've gone over this in a recent theories video trying to perfect the Mario Galaxy movie, thinking of ideas and theories, what it could do to be an amazing Mario movie in even more people's eyes. If you want more content from me, and if you haven't seen that video. That said, that's basically my 2 cents on this quote-unquote drama. It's such nothing drama too. If I'm wrong, sure, I'll wear that dunce cap, I don't really care, but I really don't think it was a problem to begin with. The trailer itself though, my opinion, it was pretty good. It was pretty great. And they are handling Yoshi pretty perfectly, I would say as well. They're opting to not give Yoshi any unique dialogue or voice lines. He's basically just a scared wild animal upon his introduction, and he makes a lot of animal noises first and foremost, and he does drop some Yoshi line, like him saying Yoshi, as his only real words in the trailer, which that part I did predict, but He's really cute, he's really rounded, gentle, already very loyal to Mario and Luigi. He's basically their dog. Character-wise, personality-wise, I would say they did him justice pretty hard. I never really saw Yoshi as a dog. I saw him as like more sentient, more mentally capable of just more decisions like that. Kind of like Donkey Kong, but I do gotta say this is probably the best way they could have ever gone about it. I wonder if they did get Kazumi Tataka to voice Yoshi in the film, or if it is someone else just giving him like grunts and little sound effects to do. But he sounds great, he looks great. I love how Toad is instantly jealous of Yoshi too, being so chill with Mario and Luigi, noting how, oh, this dinosaur just showed up out of nowhere and he's a part of the crew now. And I'm like, Toad, you literally did the exact same thing. You kept calling yourself Mario's best friend when you only knew him for like 2 minutes. This nigga has no room to talk. It's really funny, and at lowest of keys might be the funniest thing they've done with Toad in the movies, to be honest. I'm curious to see how Toad's chemistry with Yoshi shakes out. Yoshi will probably save Toad's life, and then Toad will be like, you know what, maybe you're not so bad after all. The end of the initial trailer, we see Yoshi and Toad face off against a T-Rex with baby Mario and baby Luigi in Toad's arms. I assumed this was some backstory type thing, right? This is obviously a nod to Yoshi's Island. But with Toad here, I think it's Kamek. He probably did some magical type shit, turned them into babies, which it would be fitting. Again, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi protecting baby Mario and baby Luigi. Yoshi also adopting this maternal instinct. That would be really funny and cool to see. Well, it would be more endearing than funny, but it is also kind of hilarious. Yoshi just stares down the T-Rex, dead in its eyes, unflinching. I'm not the biggest diehard Yoshi fan, but I could see why Yoshi has diehard fans with the way he stares down the T-Rex. I like Yoshi. Also for the team, bonus points, because Yoshi's repping a super scope. They literally straight up referenced Yoshi Safari out here, which is really cool. And I'm expecting this portion probably takes place in space somewhere after Peach deals with the enemies in the casino and somehow Toad gets separated. So half of this trailer is basically Mario and Luigi going to Tostarena and then bonding with Yoshi. The town and the desert look really cool. Honestly, it's kind of insane how ridiculously well this sequel looks. It just looks so much better than the first movie, which already looked really, really good. The lighting goes super hard, the texturing's always Insano style. It just looks so much better. This is definitely Illumination's best looking movie so far. It wouldn't make sense given the experience, but it just looks so good. Fire Mario, Fire Luigi, everything in this film, which is great, especially considering Fire Mario was not in the first movie, so that was wild, but we're rectifying that here. Luigi's trying to overcome his fear and cowardice, because it's a dark and scary tomb. It's always fun to see, trying him to overcome that. And him still succumbing to it is also still pretty funny. Trying to barrage this one Mario enemy, the Buzzy Beetle, that's immune to fire attacks. There's that. The poster they used with Mario on top of Yoshi, looking off to Gateway Galaxy, that looks incredible. The bros and Yoshi, going back to the trailer, they saved this blue Toad from a giant Cheep Cheep, and it's a really pretty scene. Luigi dons the frog suit from Mario 3. That's also really cool, and they all mosey through some Lakitus and Spinies, which visually looks amazing too. So I think these two scenes happen before Yoshi meets Toad at the Star Festival. Another cool tidbit too is Mario bought a gift at the Star Festival, and it looks to be the same length as Peach's parasol in this movie. So the idea that Mario's the one to gift Peach her iconic parasol, that is really adorable, as it is really cool. I've been saying really cool a lot, but like, it's cool, man. Awesome. It's awesome. The only other things worth noting that were new are the enemies Peach fights in the casino and another portion where her and Mario go through effectively a castle level from Super Mario World. The latter, it pretty much is a Mario World fortress slash castle level. They dodge and run through buzzsaws, swinging spike balls, spike skewers, spike traps, a lot of spikes, bullet bills, normal platforms up ahead. A lot of this you see in new Super Mario Bros. Games, but it did start with Mario World. And there is the message block for Mario World in there too. It has the coconut design on it, the red color scheme and everything, which is very pleasing on the eyes. And as a guy who loves Mario World's my favorite of the classic Mario games. And Peach's scrim against all the enemies in the casino. Before, it was a bunch of ninjas causing havoc, but now we have Sniffets, Goombas, the red coin coffer from Puzzle and Dragon Super Mario Bros. Edition of all games, Bob-omb, Shy Guys, Claw Grip for Mario 2, even Birdo, who is attacking Peach in this trailer from Mario 2, and a very disheveled Mauser, a major boss only known from Mario 2. Half of these enemies being staples from Super Mario Bros. 2, which is low-key pretty incredible. Mouser getting any spotlight at all in this economy is pretty fun to see. A lot of us were not confident in Illumination's definition of a deep-cut, niche, obscure character, but hey man, props to them. Mouser, 100%, is a very, very niche, obscure Mario character on a similar, probably the same level as Spike, to be honest, which is impressive. Claw Grip is up there too. That's pretty neat. I am a little greedy though. I kind of hope we do get more obscure characters. I don't want these two to just be the only ones. I'm still pining for the Shroobs, but I'm hopeful. Claw Grip, Mouser especially, they both look cool. Birdo making her Mario movie debut in the second film, very fitting. She looks great too. I wonder how she's going to be involved in all of this with wanting to fight Peach in the first place. We do also have some Octoombas and Octo Guys, those little blue and pink little Goomba looking aliens from the Galaxy games, which is nice. That's reassuring as well. Was really happy about seeing those little guys. Same with the Moai statues from Mario Odyssey. They're in there with the Tostarenans. That was really nice to see. And that's basically what came out of the trailer itself, which it was a pretty good trailer. A couple new pieces to the puzzle were added. This is definitely shaping up to be a really exciting movie, at least for me. Loving the references, the fan service, but also the overall setups for the progression of the plot in this story. With a lot of origin stuff out of the way, it's looking like the core Mario stuff will really get more exposure. Yoshi stocks are gonna skyrocket, especially Rosalina stocks. And yeah, the only new theory I have is I think Bowser gets taken with Peach's castle, hence why Junior attacks Mario and Luigi, but the Bros and Yoshi either get sent back down to Earth or are launched to another planet and have to make their way to Gateway Galaxy to ask Rosalina for help, in which Toad gets separated from Peach around a similar time. Toad meets back up with Mario, and it leads into the scene with Yoshi fighting the T-Rex and Kamek somewhere in there too. Could be the case, could not, but at least we got some good, juicy, new trailer footage for this amazing looking movie. We're only 2 months out from the film dropping too. I didn't even catch the release date in the trailer. This movie drops April 1st. It's one of my best friend's birthday, which is funny, but 2 months. Getting pretty close to the fated day. I'm anticipating at least one more trailer. Maybe two. We might get lucky with a February trailer since the movie comes out so soon. They're probably gonna have to ramp up the marketing a lot more. And we only really have 2 trailers and 2 to 3 small extended clips, but I do think the final one at least is guaranteed like around Mario Day in March. That's my guess, but yeah, trailer was good. Yoshi looks great. This movie not being a Mario Galaxy movie is such a nothing burger. Kind of a stupid debate, personally speaking. It's my opinion though. Whatever. Thank you for watching and listening. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay super.
Yo, hey, 妹妹，嘿，我来呀！共和到哈哈呀！拉面，嘿，来面，买个面，共和再见呀！哈哈，拉面，上手面，谢谢。